What's up, guys? Peruvian's Finest here with,
Cameron Laureano.
and he just made top 32 or day 2 of UDS Tulsa, and he just missed out off top 8 of UDS Tulsa, finishing in 10th. He was the highest ranking Altergeist player at UDS, and we'll go through his deck profile real quick. So,
All right. Let me start off with the Altergeist. Multi-Faker, 3 Meloseek, 3 Marionetter, Tulsa Quotis, and 1 Conch.
Cool.
Nothing to say about these. You have to play them. They're your bread and butter plays. Spot removal, searching, recursion, reborns. That's everything. And Conch won me so many games. People don't respect it enough. They leave me with Altergeist cards, and I'll just keep on looping it with spoofing. I'll keep on looping it with Sokoides. It did a lot for me. It won me a lot of games just by blocking everything. We'll move on to the hand traps. I played 3 Ash and 2 Phantasme. These don't really stop the plays, but when I established my board, they stopped them from recovering with the Ash. Phantasme, I didn't want to play Duality this tournament because I just felt like Duality was too slow for what I needed the deck to do. I wanted Meloseek to always search for the. I wanted Meloseek to always search, so I didn't feel like Duality was proper. So Phantasme lets me draw on their turn, and Extravagance let me draw on my turn, which was very important for the tournament because I needed to see my outs. Definitely in this tournament, which was a super spicy tournament. I played 3 Extravagance, draw cards. Never hurt me. It's just draw 2 cards. We have 3 Spoofing, 2 Protocol, 2 Manifestation. The ratios were okay. I bricked on Manifestation once or twice, but like you need to see it. Like you need the Manifestation to bring back a Manifestation if it comes to it. And then spoofing does it does what it says it does. It gets you to your engine, and it just gets you to the win. For traps, we'll start off with like I did 3 evenly, 3 Crackdown. I chose Crackdown as a targeting trap, which is bad versus Spiral, but I didn't feel like Spiral was gonna be like prevalent until like the later rounds. So and Crackdown progresses my board state, while Compulse just like might give them back a resource or just send it back to the extra deck for them to use again. I felt like Crackdown was just better, definitely versus Lunalight. It was MVP versus Lunalight. I played 3 Strike, 3 Judgment. They don't target, so it's good versus Spiral. Most of the games I lost, I resolved these too early, and you just need to be patient with these. You just need to hold on to them until it gets more value than 1 card. If you get value of 2 cards off of this, that's when you're really simplifying the game state. And that's the goal of the deck, just to simplify the game state and use your recursion cards to get there. And last 3 Impermanence, it's not that great this format, because most stuff is not happening on field. But like this is Geist, so you just have to do it for the multi-faker.
Just another trap for multi.
Just another trap. For the extra deck, we went with 1 Almirage, never summoned it. 3 Link Krebo, summoned it every game. And then we had 1 Prime Banshee, never summoned it. Just another Altergeist name. Hextia, MVP, MVP, and once I stop them, this is what gets me into the end game. This is what gets me the game. It's just amazing. Resources me so much. Gets me back into a trap just to trigger my faker too. Just by linking it off with like Crackdown monsters. These never really came up. I thought about summoning this once. It just wasn't optimal. I'd probably cut this. Unicorn. Really good. I was also playing the Phoenix. These come up just to get the Hextia to grave, and trigger off the Hextia, and then deal with the field spell, the spiral field spell if they leave it up. Ningirsu, in theory, it's good. It never came up. Usually just Extravagance bait, just there for Extravagance. But in theory, like to out big monsters that are untargetable, that's the card. That's the one. Avermax. Warlord, and Appaloosa. The only one I went into was Appaloosa. These 2 are unnecessary, unless you're going against like a high, like a kill my monster type of deck. Appaloosa, just after I've gotten rid of all the interactions, this just gets me to the Hextia search. Searching with Hextia is so impactful because you just need to regenerate versus these decks. They're gonna advance their board state as much as possible, but this stops them from getting any further. Let's go on to the side. 3 Lightning Storm. I didn't want to have cards to stop combos because I didn't think that I knew every single combo coming into this tournament clearly because Dragon Link was insane and Shaddolls were insane. So I just wanted a general card to just like blow out.
Yeah.
More blowout cards. I chose the 3 sphere modes. It never came up. I never summoned it. I would drop it honestly. If you're playing the Phantasmes, just play Nibiru. Just go for it. Because like this format's so undefined right now that Nibiru just works. 3 Heavy Storm Dusters. I mainly just put it in for the control matchups, but I didn't go against any control much for this tournament. 3 Drolls. I didn't like Drolls. One of my teammates was like, you Droll as an Altergeist player, but you stunned them. You didn't take value away from them. You just essentially just stopped them for a turn, and then next turn they can go off. But I felt like it was just enough to get my sets on the board, and getting your sets on the board is very important for an Altergeist player, which I thought was just good enough. And the MVP of my deck, 3 Inspector Border.
Oh yeah.
If I won the first game, I was probably gonna lose the second game unless I drew my blowout cards. But game 3, this card's the clutch. This card gets me there. I summon this, and I set 1 or 2 traps, and I just tell them play the game. If they don't have the answer, they lose. It's just how it is. It's a poorly designed card, but it gets everyone there. So I recommend it.
And let's go over through your matchups. So what did he play throughout 12 rounds of Swiss?
12 rounds of Swiss. Round 1 the bye. Just for having the points. Round 1 was round 1 was Kaiju Maju. It wasn't the greatest deck. He was pretty lost, and I just went out versus that because I just activated cards because Kaijus don't really do anything to me. Round 2 I went against Salad. He actually topped. It was McCree. He was running the Micro Kotaker build. He was a cool kid. I just infinitely looped Concurry against him, and he ran out of time. Round 3, I went against Slim Yugioh, Michael. He's from our area.
Yeah.
He was really pumped to see me make it that far. I really appreciate his support. He was playing Invoke Mech Knights. We got into the grind, but his deck doesn't grind, so I just won just because I was playing Altergeist. But if he got one more starter, I would have lost. I don't remember who I went against round 5. Round 6, I was at table 1 against Benjamin Thomas. That hero list is spicy. He can make a Dark Law under 4 summons, which is super nice. I respect that guy. It was a really fun matchup. Next round was Kyle playing Spiral. I just won out. I simplified the game state, and then round 8 was crazy. It was against Dragon Link. Shu Ping, he's crazy. He understood what was gonna happen this tournament, and he understood that people weren't gonna play Nibiru. People were gonna play greedy. People were gonna go for the block cards. So he played Dragon Link. You'll see the profile, I'm sure, tonight. If he doesn't reveal it till Vegas, that's your fault for not. That's your fault for not being here. Round 9, I went against Jerry Han. I see all his posts every day. I was really happy to go. He played Spiral. We just got to simplify game state, and he wrecked game 3. I summoned the Inspector board. You can't out that. Round 10, another player, Jesse Cotton. I went against Jesse Cotton. He was playing Shaddolls. I didn't know what he was doing, but like he recurs a lot with that deck, and Wendy's insane. That's all I gotta say. If they reveal their deck list, they reveal their deck list, but it's a really good list. Round 11, I went against Ruben Andres. Super serious guy. I felt like I was gonna lose to him, but he just bricked, and I just got lucky. Inspector border pass. That was it. I think he outed it, but I had so much advantage recurring that it just didn't matter. And the final round, I went against the Michael Campos. He won the giant card day 0, and I heard rumors of what his deck was. Onomatopoeia, Gaga, Lunalights. we made it to the game 3. I summoned the border like usual, but my backup trap card for it was like spoofing. And spoofing wasn't enough. I needed a judgment, I needed a crackdown, I needed a strike, but it was spoofing, and I had the rest of the show. I had the rest of the Altergeist cards, and it was just lights off from there. I made 10th place. Dominic Koch was the only X3 above me, so like if Shuping played out his games, I might have made it, but I was highly doubtful. But I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah. And any final thoughts of this event?
It's
your first UDS.
Yeah, first UDS. The final UDS. Unfortunate, but like. I was really happy about this event. The format's definitely not solved. There's more decks out there that you just have to try. Don't be afraid to innovate, but make sure it's consistent. Make sure it advances your board state to a position where you're gonna win or you're gonna come back. I'll do some quick shout outs right now. Shout outs to Johnny behind the camera and Alan. They traveled out with me. Everyone else didn't believe that this was an event worth going to. I gotta tell you, it's well worth the travel. Not Tulsa necessarily, but like just the people being here. Shout outs to Dario and Tony, my teammates for the 3v3. We'll be there. You see us there. We're gonna be there. Shout outs to Squirrel Squad and the Inland, all the locals in the Inland Empire, especially Gameology and Project CCG and Alberto from TCG Empire. Project CCG helps me out on travel, and Alberto gives me all my cards. What can I say? He's a cool guy. And shout outs to mental health. A year ago, like, I was just having mental breakdowns, and Yugioh really helped me out of it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like, get help if you need it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really proud of this deck, and I don't necessarily like the deck, but like, it got me there.
Yeah.
What can I say? Thank you so much.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. Bye.